John Leyva, 30 years. And I just wanted to say something before we even start. See this right here? It's a community. It's like a family. People went from being friends, neighbors to friends to extended family. We've seen this girl grow up. We've seen all each other's kids grow up. We visited each other, whatever. When we moved here, there was nothing here. That was empty. That was empty. Nobody wanted to live here on this side. We moved here. We created a community here. And I can't even say everybody here likes each other, but they all love each other somehow. It's like a family. You don't have some internal conflict, right? If you don't have some internal conflict, it's not really a family, right? All right. We've been through a lot here. A lot. Especially in the last 15 years since this guy took over. All right? We haven't had leases. I don't know. You can't imagine what that's like, because nobody can imagine unless you go through it. To have housing insecure, to just be housing insecure. They keep you guessing and you're trying and DACR and where's my lease and why can't I get a lease and why can't I get a lease and my partner's not even registered this. And we just fighting for every fucking thing. All right? And we've been through it all together and the fear of we're gonna lose our things, seeing our friends and neighbors evicted for no reason. For no reason. I'll give you an example. 804 Jasmine. She got evicted. The family got tore apart. She knows in South Carolina her daughter had to stay here to go to college and her son had to go live with his father. For what? About 2 years that apartment's still empty. To just keep it empty. How vindictive and how mean is that? When people spoke up or whatever, then he went after them in court. Like it's just non-stop with the everything is a problem. You can't get in touch. This and that. He's never, ever come here. We've been begging, just look at us. We're not subhuman, just look at us. Because maybe if you saw these things, maybe you saw what the destruction you wanted to cause. Because he really wanted to cause some really bad destruction. Right? He really wanted to cause. And even to the end, just playing games with this fucking MOU bullshit, right? And I knew it was a scam from the beginning, but it was just to shut us up. Because the only way we could get him to engage at all, he was ignoring us, he was ignoring the politicians, he was ignoring everybody. Because we thought once we get the politicians, he got to answer to them. Yeah. Bullshit. Ignored them too. Then finally, we had a rally. It was very successful. Some people said it was the best rally they ever been to as far as, people that know about this thing. So it was beautiful. And then he finally put out a statement. Okay, finally he's engaged. He hires an international law firm, Nixon Peabody, the best in the business, right? So now we're trying to deal with the best in the business. We don't know what we're doing, right? So anyway, we're gonna negotiate. MOU, we didn't even know what that meant. Found out, whatever. The first thing on there pretty much is just you can't talk to the press. That's the only weapon we got. That's the only weapon we have. Because you wouldn't answer any other way. So he's gonna effectively neuter us. Okay, that's the only way to proceed, right? You gotta negotiate in good faith. According to them, we were gonna get financial documents and all of that, and we understood that. We're not crazy, so all right, it's like an NDA type thing, all right. So we did it. Nothing. We got no we didn't get not one financial document. We got runarounds, and the next meeting we'll have numbers. The next meeting, this person's trying to pro forma this. Nothing. Buying time. Meanwhile, we're neutered. But we're not going to stay quiet. So what we did was, we said, well, let's fight for legislation that's going to help our thing. So we, very proud to say, we kicked off the Good Cause campaign in 2024. Right here in this building, a rally with Housing Justice for All. Right? And that was the kickoff, and it passed. Amazing. So now, finally, at least, the other people that aren't rent stabilized yet, like me, I'm rent stabilized, I have to be, because all the other people but he's holding mine back, just to be vindictive. Just to be vindictive, because he knows I'm rent stabilized. But we're fighting for the other people. Larry has saved his life. Larry's gone through all kinds of cancer, all kinds of shit this guy has. We love you! Right? And he says this place saved his life. If you go to our website, you'll see his letter, his testimony. Right? And it's just been, so we fought for good cause. So now people like Larry, other people that aren't rent stabilized, they're secure. It's not 100%, but they're secure in that at least the rents, he can't just say, well, you gotta pay $4,000 next month. And he can't just say, well, you gotta go. So that at least, helped us out. Now we were trying to go for TOPA, because really we wanted to buy our own apartments. I mean, I've done the math. In the 15 years I related owned it, I paid about $120,000. They only paid $50 because they only paid $4 million for the building. 70 units, they paid $50,000 a unit. I paid $120 in that time. Then I did the math when he owned it. He paid $5.3 million, so he paid $75,000 per unit. I paid $180, I think it was at the time. Altogether, I paid $300,000. They've only paid about $125,000, and I own nothing. And now I don't even have a say in what's going on here. So this has been, and he's just being vindictive in every opportunity that he can be, and I don't even understand how a person so rich, his mansion is worth more than what he paid for this building. He's already made at least 3 times over just from the rent rolls because it was such a cheap purchase. I don't understand what his problem is with us. I really, really, really don't. And now, right, we finally, after all this time, after fight, people, it's not even hyperbolic to say people have lost their lives here. Rudy Johnson, ex-cop, ex-military, ex-cop, he died because he went up that elevator because it was broken. He had to go up the stairs. I found his body with his son. I walked in and his body was laying, and there was an asthma pump half open there. Apparently he didn't get to open it. I live with that. Every time I go up to his floor, that's all I see. Right? Not too long ago, we've had all kind of deaths. John Fernand right here on the first floor, all kind of deaths. But what comes right now to mind is Paulette. Yeah. Paulette Costin. I have a video. Shit. I should bring it out so you can hear this shit. Right? Where she said what this place meant to her. And that this place finally, she had somewhere good to raise her son. Right? She loved this place.
And she babysat these kids right here.
And then guess what? She died, right?
Yeah.
The landlord right now, even though he's on his way out, is in the process of trying to evict him.
Yeah, her son.
Her son.
And we've seen grow up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we've seen this boy grow up into the man that he is now. And what is he going to evict him for? To leave the apartment empty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like every other apartment. There's apartments in here that have been empty for like 6 years. And that's illegal according to the LIHTC thing.
Yep.
But who cares? Who cares? He does whatever he wants. Tearing families apart. One of that. Another death that comes to mind that just happened last year, Agni Jamantanti. They're right here on the 3rd floor. Right on top of her, actually. That girl committed suicide right there. And I think about her every day, man, because she used to walk her dog. She changed her schedule to walk her dog, and like when I'm bringing my son on the bus, she would come and we would talk for a while. And I can't tell you how much that, that affected her. And I can't say she killed herself because of that, but I know it weighed heavily on her because I spoke to her every day. Like this is just a constant, like thing on your mind. It's a dark cloud over you, and you don't know what to do because it's all out of your hands. But we finally empowered ourselves, right? We finally, negotiated because we added TOPA language and into the MOU. They didn't even want to all of that because they figured, And we went and got a nonprofit. Yeah. And it's one of the best nonprofit, award-winning nonprofit, local nonprofit. Their office is actually on the GRAW. This is the GRAW, right? So you go straight down, you go right to their office. Right? So we have everything set. We have everything set for them to be the one to purchase our building. But he won't allow it. He won't allow it. He just keeps in this now, whatever. Now, Joe Riggs? Hudson Companies?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you guys are a small work community. I spoke to him right on that mailbox. He was in the same situation you are. And I told him what we were trying to do. And he understood. And he backed away. Gentlemen, shook my hand and everything and understood. And I honestly, respectfully and humbly, I ask you if you can please do the same. Just let the company that we've been working with for over a year, if it doesn't go through, then you could just pick up right where you left off. But look at these faces. Like it's not about who's better and whether they're better than you. It's not about that. It's just let us have our dignity. Let us have that. There's a million buildings to buy. All right, we only have this one opportunity. This is our home. This might just be an asset on your portfolio, but for us, this is our home. This is all we have. And these friendships and all this is all we have. So I hope that you can find it in your heart to just back away for a minute. Just let them try to buy it for us. We deserve that. We've worked hard for this. And I'm sorry that you're caught up in this. You're caught up in the landlord's sadistic, vindictive thing towards us. And you're pawns just as much as we're pawns in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't ask to be in this situation. So you didn't know what's going on here, whatever. But for us, this is everything. And, he's just doing it out of spite. He doesn't even know if they might offer more. He doesn't even know that. He doesn't care. It's just to do it to us out of spite. And I really humbly and respectfully am trying to appeal to your humanity, whatever moral code or whatever. Find it in your heart to just say, you know what? Go for it. And just let us have that. We're not trying to make money out of this. We're not going to make any money. We don't agree. We're just trying to be in our homes and, be good. So, you think that's a possibility?
Yes. Honestly, yeah. I have no problem stepping aside and allowing you guys to continue moving forward with, the execution that you guys think works. My understanding is that that wasn't able to move forward anymore, and that's why the seller engaged me. But I also I should get some more information. I'm supposed to have a conversation with Bill Yates from FAC tomorrow. I mentioned to him that I was meeting with you guys today. So I can circle back with him and talk to him about where they are in the process. But, I do believe that, I do believe that, owning your home and, having that sense of, permanence and that sense of place, and obviously, it's demonstrated by everyone who's here in this lobby, has created, a strong sense of community. You've been here since before the neighborhood has been what it is, or has become what it is now. And so, you are part of the character and the fabric of this neighborhood, and I'm not looking to displace anyone. That's not part of, the development plan that I'm proposing. What I am proposing, if that were to have gone through, is permanent affordability. I am looking to find a pathway to permanent affordability for everyone, for all existing residents. But I will circle back with Bill tomorrow, and I can talk to him about sort of where he is in his process.